Live.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mounties Corner. I am your host, and the Mountie. And here we got Mr. TJ Wylie, a good buddy of mine, aka Trent McCulley.
That would be me.
So, independent wrestler, referee.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride, actually.
Yeah.
It's been a good 10 years. So
I was just about to ask, how long has it been now?
10 years, March 17th, it'll be 10 years.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, I see the kind of work you guys kind of put in there, and you know, I've always wondered, like, what is it like? And I thought maybe my viewers would find it interesting to think, like, what is it like to be a referee for the independent scene, and eventually, like, you know, what's going to happen going forward for you.
Yeah.
So,
all right, you can ask away any questions you want, and hopefully, your listeners enjoy this.
And that's it, guys. So the subscribers, what's that?
I don't know how many people would be interested in my story, but I mean, sure.
Trust me, you'd be surprised.
Sure,
you'd be surprised. And for the subscribers watching, and I'm going to repeat this probably, you know, because people are coming in and out throughout the whole thing, right? So I'm probably going to repeat this like 10 times, but any sort of question that the subscribers want to ask you, if you're comfortable enough to answer, I thought it'd be pretty cool. So I got some questions here that I thought would be a really good idea to sort of, you know, get an idea of, you know, your day-to-day, what you do in the ring, stuff like that, and just kind of, you know, snowball some ideas and just figure out the whole concept of what you do on a daily basis, and or weekly or monthly or however it works, you know. Oh, that's fine. So we're drinking some beers. We're gonna have some good times here, and like I said, for all the subscribers tuning in, you'll be able to just, you know, add a comment, and we're gonna go back to them later on, and we're gonna have Trent here, TJ. We're gonna have him answer those questions for the referee. So everybody's there, you know.
Ask away. It's a pretty open book. There's not a whole hell of a lot you guys can ask me that I wouldn't answer. I don't think that's not really a challenge, but
perfect. So I mean, me and Trent go back a long time, guys. Like I've known you probably since we were what, 10 years old.
I was gonna say elementary school. It's at least so.
We were playing baseball together, and then how we met, we were on the same team, ironically, and then we just kind of, you know, and back then it just paired you up, right? They paired you up.
Forced into it.
Exactly, by the parents, you know, just throwing you in, hey, like each other. So we did that, and as we started to get to know each other, we became friends because we also found out that we are both wrestling fans, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And we both have been.
I think that's how we started talking to each other, really. So.
I think so.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, I don't talk to anybody else from that team except for him now. So like wrestling was a common interest for us, and we were able to sort of create like a bond and a friendship and like a brotherhood now. You know, he lives in Ottawa, I live in Montreal. So, you know, even though he's moved away and stuff, like we've kept in contact, and we were able to, you know, have good times and, you know, some good parties and gone to shows together, right? We went to Raw, remember, it was 6 rows back. That was a lot of fun. That was 2014.
Was it 2014? Yeah,
I think so.
Trying to find that on the network the other day, actually, and I couldn't find. I wasn't sure which date it was, so I was trying to go but we're on camera like half the time at least.
No, that's it. It's perfect. So, you know, we're working with a new webcam here, so hopefully you guys can see everything and hear everything correctly. If not, just let me know and I'll try to adjust on the fly. But let's kind of like dive right into it.
Absolutely.
First and foremost, most people don't know this, but wrestling for me and Trent, like I said, it was a common bond. We were able to, you know, have great times, discussions, and all kinds of other things. But it also it changed a lot of dynamics, I found, for our lives. For me, for one, you know, on my side at least, like I didn't go see you ref for like 7 years or something like that.
That's true,
right? It was like 6 or 7 years. He had asked me every time that they had a show in Montreal for the local independent scene. You'd ask me, and it just, the timing didn't work. I already had plans, right?
That's true,
And eventually I decided to go to one. And the really cool part is I ended up going to that one show, and the first show for Trent, and I ended up actually meeting my wife. And
see, wrestling does bring people together.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It totally does, you know? So, you know, we're having beers here. So cheers. Thanks for coming, man. We're going to get right into it now. Mr. Edit, I'm glad you're smoking so good. That's awesome. Yeah, kick back, man. Have one for us, and don't be shy. All right?
Cheers.
So I want to ask you, since we were younger and, you know, Although we both said, "Hey, we like wrestling. Yeah, I like it too. Cool, let's be friends."
Yeah.
But take me back to why and when you started watching it.
Why? I guess when would have been 5. I guess like around the time of WrestleMania 5, because that's the first memory I've got was Hogan and Macho Man. I didn't get the whole story obviously when I was a 4 or 5-year-old. I guess 4 actually. I guess. So WrestleMania is 89, so yeah, I'd been 4 years old. Didn't get the story, but I just saw this huge blonde. Yeah, it's everybody our age. Like,
yeah, of course.
This huge blonde, muscular, come on, brother, and I was just staring like.
Yeah, who is this guy?
I had to watch more of this, and my parents tried and tried and tried. Like, no, you can't watch this. No, you can't watch this. But they gave up after a while.
Yeah.
They're still wondering if I'm going to grow out of it. But
mine too.
Yeah, it's been 30 years, and so it's not happening. But that I just needed to watch more. I needed to find out who this guy was, and I find out about Hulk Hogan, find out about Randy Savage and Roddy Piper and Rick Rude and Jake Roberts and all these guys, and I just couldn't stop watching.
Well, we were spoiled, right? In that era.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like we grew up in the rock and wrestling era. So
big time. And the characters were like larger than life at that point.
Exactly.
And, it's just amazing, because what better way for us to kind of, dive right into it than to have those characters, right?
Exactly.
It's fantastic,
We have it better than the kids do now.
Absolutely.
I can't believe I'm saying that sentence, but yeah.
Well, it's kind of true. It's kind of true.
Yeah.
So you got into wrestling with the sort of Mega Powers implosion, right?
Yeah.
And so who were you going for?
Hogan, for sure.
Yeah.
I was still the babyface kid at that point. I was always into the baby faces, and then at that point anyway. Yeah.
Right. So obviously, like, you have any, like you said, Hogan. Like, who are your favorites, kind of growing up?
Hogan was the reason I started watching.
Me too. I gotta say that.
Pretty, like I said, everybody our age, he's the reason you started watching. It might not have been your favorite, but he was the guy that
he was the main attraction.
Right? Yeah. Always loved Roddy Piper. For some reason, even though I was mostly a fan of the faces, I loved Ted DiBiase as a kid. I just always thought it was cool.
That's funny.
He wanted. And I guess that speaks to me being an only child. That's another podcast altogether, I think. But that's something where I should be lying on a couch maybe to tell that story. But I loved him. Jake Roberts was always amazing. He's still an influence to this day to me. That's another podcast as well. But
don't be shy, man. You can open up about whatever.
I'm trying to think. Like the Rockers, Heart Foundation. It was a big tag team guy when I was a kid. Demolition too.
Yeah. Then when Hitman branched off and be his own, singles wrestler and stuff. Like I was into him too.
Yeah.
And, like a bunch of favorites, like you said, Hogan, Warrior, all these Macho Man. I mean, Mr. Perfect.
Right. I'm forgetting a bunch of guys.
But that's the idea, right?
Yeah.
The idea is that we had so much to select from. It's almost a harder question to ask you, who didn't you like?
Exactly.
Right. And that's just how it was for us, kind of like kind of growing up and things like that. So you're growing up, right?
Yeah.
You're understanding, okay, this is wrestling, this is what it is, and then eventually we all find out, right? That it's predetermined, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Did that change anything for you?
No, it should have. Again, I thought it would have helped my parents. Like, oh, good, finally. Wow.
Right, like Santa Claus is real, kind of deal, you know?
So I remember my dad took me to shows at the Montreal Forum.
Okay.
First show I went to was actually, I didn't realize it until a couple of years ago. I figured it out. It was Ric Flair's very first title defense. It was the day after the Royal Rumble.
That was here in Montreal?
Yeah, it was the day after Royal Rumble, January 20th, 92. He's against Hulk Hogan in the main event in Montreal at the Forum. That was the first show I ever saw. And the first match out, I got to see.
I don't think I went to that one.
No?
I went to the house show of Razor, and it was like that Razor and Shawn, like 94.
Okay, yeah.
I want to say. I feel like that was like the first time that I had been to a show. So what was your first match that you saw?
It was still around Skinner and Texas Tornado.
Wow, that's really cool that you remember that.
Yeah, that's when I found out. And they're doing the 10 punches in the corner, and Skinner's selling it. And there's nowhere. And I'm going, oh my god! Like all 6-year-old version of, oh my God, no. And then looking up at my dad, and he's just, okay, he gets it. All right, good. It burned in my brain. And ever since then, I've just been more hooked. Like, okay, how do they do this? What is this? Like, how does this go into this? How, the psychology, I guess, of it.
Yeah.
It's always fascinating.
Yeah. And as we get older, we tend to look at not even just the in-ring stuff and like what happens and, all the setup and the preparations. We also look at things from a business perspective, right? That's what my channel is kind of about too.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like we talk about things like and how do I say it, like scenarios that could maybe be better for the company, right?
Different angles and stuff.
And that's the fun part too.
Exactly.
So once you realize that, okay, look, this stuff is predetermined and everything else. At least you have different elements that you can touch on.
Exactly.
Because it is a big business, right?
Exactly. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a business, right?
Right. Yeah. And the same with you. So as you're a ref, you're doing these shows in the like local independent scene.
Yeah.
It's just the same, but on a much smaller scale.
It's the same deal. Yeah.
Right. So essentially, like you're growing up, you're seeing all these guys.
Yeah.
Did you look like what got you into being a referee?
I guess, well, this is where I'll get the self-deprecating stuff out of the way. I got taller. I didn't get bigger. I'm not an athlete. Took me years to figure that out, but I'm not an athlete, but I had to be.
Because you're what, 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'1".
You're a little bit taller than that, no?
6'1", 6'2". People, yeah.
That's still tall.
Yeah.
For a referee.
Yeah, exactly. That's
right?
Which I've been told many times.
I bet.
But that's another story as well. Still here.
I want to go back to that one.
We will.
Can we?
What's that?
That what you just said.
Okay, yeah.
Go. What was that about?
Well, I've been told that there's people that taking shots. I guess you're too tall to ref. It's not my fault. I'm 6'2". I'm also not a great athlete. I'm not an athlete. I'm not even a great athlete. I'm not an athlete. So.
Were they saying you were too tall because it makes the talent look less imposing?
It's a visual thing. Like if I can guess, like Daniel Bryan.
Right.
He's what, 5'9"?
I met him. He's about 5'8".
Okay, 5'8".
Tops.
If I'm standing next to him, I'm not bigger than him. He's obviously a tougher looking dude. He's obviously a better athlete. But world champion, and I'm standing next to him going like this. It just looks weird on TV. I get it. It's kind of heartbreaking, but I get it. I'm too tall. I can't stand. I can't crouch down the entire time.
Right.
So, but it doesn't matter how talented I could be. It's a visual thing. It's a TV show. It's a business.
Right. So who was it particularly? Like, was it multiple people?
It's just Twitter keyboard warriors, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. And it's not my fault that I'm 6'2".
They're like, wow, this fucking ref's bigger than the actual wrestlers in the ring. If you're gonna take shots at me,
maybe my ability, but I mean, I can't help that I'm 6'2". I'm the short one on my dad's side of the family. So.
It's true. His father's what? Is 6'9", 6'10"?
6'7".
6'7".
6'7" and a delicate size 14 shoe. So I mean, as my dad would say.
Yeah.
But I know he's not watching this.
I might send it to him.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I'll drop a tape in the mailbox. I know where he lives.
He'll be thrilled.
Okay, so what? Like, how did you get into the reffing then?
I was living in Calgary, of all places, at the time. This was 2000. I lived in Calgary from 2007 to 2009.
Mm-hmm.
I was there, and friend of a friend sort of thing. Like, it was a friend of a girlfriend at the time, actually. Was going to be going to Lethbridge, and there was a show in Lethbridge, and do you want to come along? There's indie shows outside of Stampede Wrestling, because everybody knows Stampede Wrestling is the Hart family that's at Calgary, but it didn't exist anymore. It was just little promotions that I had yet to hear about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went and helped out and shook everyone's hand, and I tried to just think of what to do and shook everyone's hand and helped out with the setup and setting up the chairs and taking the ring apart and all that stuff. Introduced myself to everybody that I could think of, like from the ring crew guys all the way up to the boss of the company, and they took notice of that. And a couple of the wrestlers, actually Alex Gallagher, I haven't talked to him in years, but sent me a Facebook message a while later, just like, look, we really appreciate you helping out at these shows. I'd gone to one or two of them at that point, and just we're doing this Upper Canada tour, Northern Canada tour for a week, and we need a referee. Are you in? And I just
Wow.
Gee, let me check my yes. Like,
Yeah.
how can I do this? Since it wasn't a matter of can I, like, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
So I just got shoved into a car, and we drove 25 hours north of Calgary to Buffalo Narrows, Saskatchewan. We drove across a lake.
Wow.
So yeah.
And
So
what was the name of this place?
the name of the
Like the promotion?
No, it was it was pro wrestling. Now I'm blanking on it. It was for Ernie Todd. It was
Okay.
PWF with Ernie Todd Pro Wrestling Federation, and it was a dream come true in front of 60, 70 people. But it was what I'd been wanting my whole life. So one of the guys on the tour was actually a guy named Matt, who turns out now he's Tyler Breeze, and now he's in NXT again.
Right. Yeah. And you're still in touch, right?
I haven't been in touch in a while. I messaged him a while ago on Twitter, but he's a big star now, so he doesn't have time for us little people. But I'm kidding. He just I haven't talked to him really since I moved from Calgary, and that was 2009. So, but I mean, it's weird seeing my buddies, guys that I've been on the road with, succeed. So he was one of them, and it was a week's worth of tours, and like I said, Buffalo, Narrows, Saskatchewan, on all these native campgrounds.
Fuck, I never even heard of these places.
Yeah, no, I had no idea it existed, and it was entertaining kids for a week.
Right.
$50 a night. It was all gone by the time I got back home.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to get there, you got to eat, you gotta do certain things, right?
So it was absolutely worth it. So that was my start in the wrestling business.
So did when this went down, did you tell anybody? How were your friends and family supportive?
I told.
How did it go? Were your friends and family supportive?
My family does. I'm lucky. My parents have always been supportive about it, but they never got it, but they've always been supportive. My parents have always been in my corner about it, but they wish they'd grow. Like I said, I think they still wish I'll grow up. But I mean, you got a question? Yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh yeah, that's somebody that's right.
He was more just like,
don't be shy, people.
Exactly.
Family and friends are supportive because they know. I mean, as you know, we met because we got to along because we're wrestling fans. So all of my buddies know how much of a hardcore wrestling fan I am, and people from elementary school that knew me, like, holy shit, you're actually doing this. Like, living the dream. $50 a night, but hey, it's
a passion.
Yeah,
right?
People that got it. There's certain people like, okay, sure.
Yeah, well, that's it. But you're real people that know they were just like, okay, they're kind of not surprised in it.
Yeah, exactly. Right? They knew that I was going to get involved in it one way or another.
Exactly.
Yeah, some way I was going to do it, and I've done it. So it's very, very proud that I've done it.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, look, it's been 10 years. Yeah. You don't know, like things are kind of growing around the industry. I find even in Montreal. Yeah, so IWS is growing,
right? Yeah.
There's a couple letters as well. I mean, there's not just one. It's not just one promotion in this particular town anymore.
I mean, IWS is the best one, but I might just be being biased. But
but that's where you're at now, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're working for them once a
month.
Once a month for sure.
Yeah. Well, the next show we've got the show at Club Unity, if I can. Cheap plug. Club Unity here in Montreal, June 22nd. Sorry, Sexy Eddie, the Sex Express against Sabu from ECW.
That's pretty huge.
That'll be amazing.
So
we will sell this place out. So it's not the first time he's coming here, but it's the first time in a few years.
It's the first time in a while, right?
So, and I'll get to be a part of that show. So
that's excellent.
Yeah.
So essentially, since you're working locally now and doing your thing. What's your long-term goals?
I think, like everybody else, make it to the big show. But I mean, I don't.
Does it have to be the big show, or can it be a TNA or a Ring of Honor?
If I can do any shows at TNA, and not to this isn't to belittle those promotions, but no. I've had my whole dream, my whole life has been WWE aspirations. But I mean, with Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling and now AEW, there's more options, we haven't had more options in a long time. So I mean, it'd be great to have an opportunity with any of those promotions. Excuse me, sorry.
Yep.
Excuse me, allergies.
Yeah. Sorry. Cats.
Yeah.
The cats, he just kicking the shit out of people on and off the screen.
It's not the beer, it's the cats.
That's excellent. So I mean, other than being a ref, I remember we talked before. and you expressed interest that you wanted to be a manager. Is
Yeah.
this still something that's on your agenda?
Oh, absolutely.
And so if it's not refereeing, would you rather be a manager? If you had a choice.
Well, I mean, if I had a choice, well, I think.
Tough call, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm unhappy doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
I am getting kind of tired of being ignored in the ring, but
How do you mean?
I'm a ref and people are ignoring me, and they
don't really look.
Yeah, they're not listening to I'm in charge, and they're not listening to me. So maybe it's time I branch out and get my own crew of people together, and then they'll start listening to me. But that's something for the future, maybe. But for the time being, I'm happy being a referee. But if I can be the mouthpiece, if I can be the manager, I'm gonna go with that. If I can, like I said, any way I can get involved in this business, I'm gonna do it. If I can make to the top as a manager, I'm gonna do it.
What do you mean by like get a crew? What does that refer to?
You might have to wait and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. But yeah, I mean, look, you're doing your thing in the ring. Ignored mean by the talent.
Yeah, like
in the ring. So you're like, hey, break it up, and they're just doing their own
they
thing.
just look at me like, okay, you mean me? So maybe it might be a time for a change.
That's too bad because, like, as much as the story is between the two talents in the ring, the two wrestlers in the ring, I think it's just a critical aspect of also kind of dancing with the ref too, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like it's all going to be in sync.
Exactly.
And that's just my take on it, right?
So
it is. Yeah.
You can't have a match without me. So without the ref anyway.
Yeah. Like obviously the focus is not on you. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
Like
good referee as Jimmy Corderas, actually one of my big inspirations. Sorry to cut you off.
That's fine. That's fine.
He a good referee is one that you don't notice. Like you don't notice the referee in the ring until you need to notice them.
Yeah.
I've tried to do that. Anyway.
You're very good at that. You're very, very good at that. I mean, you come in, you have the hitman hop, in the rope. I see this. I've seen some of the shit.
Everybody's got those ticks. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Now you come in, you want a little bit of the attention, and you do.
Don't we all? I mean, we're in front of a crowd.
Exactly. So you want, but most refs don't do that kind of shit.
That's true.
They don't. They just come in the ring and they do their stuff.
The keyboard warriors are gonna be happy about that. No kidding.
But so that's interesting. So I mean, you're there. You're on your way. You have a big show. So tonight you have one, right?
Yes, actually in Lachine at 7 o'clock tonight.
Lachine is a city in Montreal for the American fans here.
Yeah. You have American fans watching this too? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hope so. Yeah, cool.
I have my channel is about 90% American.
This will put it over the top now.
It should. So they don't know what the fuck Lachine is,
Yeah.
Lachine's a city.
Yeah.
And
not China.
Yeah, exactly. But so walk us through like a day in your life as a ref when you get to the venue. What happens? Are you nervous the day of?
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
Even to this day, 10 years later.
Yeah, because I've heard that over, if you go in and you're not nervous, quit.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have butterflies. You have to, because you want everything.
Yeah, what are you doing, right?
Yeah, you want everything to go well. It's performance anxiety, I guess, for lack of a better explanation.
Sure.
It's a different kind of performance, but you want everything to be going well. You want everyone to be safe. You want nothing to go wrong.
Right.
And I've often heard, if you don't get nervous before a show, it's you clearly don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So you should quit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been in front of 50 people. I've been in front of 2,500.
It's always the same stuff.
Oh, yeah.
2,500, eh?
Yeah. IWS, not we. IWS sold out the medley. Or Metropolis, sorry, not
Metropolis.
medley.
Yeah.
Metropolis with Rey Mysterio a few years ago.
Right.
It was 2,500 people.
Wow.
It just blew my mind. Just being in the ring for 1 or 2 matches and just doing this the whole time. So yeah, it's amazing.
So you get there. You're nervous, you got the butterflies going. What do you do? How
pop the beer on camera?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You put it here. But what I was gonna ask you is what do you do? How early are you there prior to the show? So let's say that the show starts at 7.
Sometimes not as early as I should because driving in from Ottawa is a little bit of a pain sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Montreal traffic. I don't miss you.
Yeah.
Now there's my girlfriend. Yeah, get there, we greet everybody, see how everyone's doing, but 3, 4, or 5 o'clock, everything's starting to get set up. Go over what's going to be happening the night, and the matches, who's assigned to what, and then you talk to the talent and figure out the show. That's at the end of the night, take everything down, put it back in the truck, and it's a long day for everybody.
So what time do you normally get there again?
Putting it on the spot now.
Yes.
5. Sometimes I should be getting there earlier, but 5 o'clock as usual.
Okay. Well, it's not that bad though.
With the promoter.
Oh please, as if they're watching it right now.
Yeah.
They might down the road though.
They're busy setting up.
Yeah, exactly. So essentially, like so it's not as a big venue or event as let's say WWE.
Yeah,
you have catering and all that kind of stuff, or is that
a free water bottles for all? Yeah.
Yeah, they just do Uber Eats and that's it,
exactly,
right?
Yeah. There's the Harvey's across the street or something like that. Just okay, boys, go and get some food and pay for your own, sort of like the glamorous life of an indie worker. So,
but that's kind of how it is right now, exactly. Right? Like that's more or less
until we can get to the point where they're paying for our food.
Right.
That's the way of life, basically, for us.
You still getting paid the same amount?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Pay your dues, right?
I'm not doing it for the money, and I mean,
Scott, it sure doesn't sound like that.
No, Scott Hall said it the best. If I told you there's a $50 bill taped to a building 200 miles away, would you drive and go and grab it? If you say yes, you're cut off for this business. You're stupid and crazy enough to do it. So.
That's true, because
that's what it is.
It's like you're losing money almost to do something that
you're losing money.
Doing something that you want
to break even. It's a great night. So
yeah. But I can understand it though, right? Yeah. Like I mean, it's not really related, but like sometimes I have softball tournaments in Ottawa. Right. Now I have to pay to fucking play, right?
Exactly.
And so I don't have to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I have to eat. So I'm in the hole no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but it's a passion of mine.
But you get a trophy at the end.
Yeah, maybe it depends if we win.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't even know if I ever won one yet.
Yeah.
But I go hit home runs and call it a day, right? And like hang out with friends and whatever. So I mean, it's relatable though.
Don't feel like running, so you just hit home runs all the time.
Pretty much. Yeah. Cardio. What's that? Clearly.
Why he's jacked and I look like this.
So I mean, So it's a very good analogy.
Yeah.
So you're clearly not doing this for the money, but you're doing this to build your brand, to get your name out there, right? Exactly, I mean, like, have you worked for other promotions other than IWS?
Geez.
How many have you done?
At least a dozen by now. I mean, I worked for Bruce Hart's version of Stampede Wrestling for one show.
That's pretty fucking cool.
That was insane. It was unreal. It was interesting. I've worked for APW in Ottawa, C4 in Ottawa. Shout out to those guys, Mark and the Doherty family. Thank you for that. Wow. Pro wrestling in PWA in Calgary, where Natty Neidhart, TJ Wilson.
That's Tyson Kidd, by the way,
exactly.
For the layman.
Yeah. British Bulldog son Harry, Davey Boy Smith Jr. Now he's going by, who's in MLW at the moment. All these guys got their start in PWA. And
that's pretty awesome.
Was as well Jinder Mahal, Tyler Breeze, those guys as well. They all got their start in that promotion. I got to work with Tyler a bunch of times in that promotion. There's been a dozen other ones, like just little here and there promotions. I'm still honored to be doing it 10 years later.
Yeah, but it's cool because not only you're a ref and you're chasing a dream and you're trying to get to that point wherever it takes you, right? It's also you get to meet so many cool people along the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I remember how excited you were when you first told me that Johnny Nitro was in town, or John Morrison.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going by this week, but
exactly.
Yeah,
but I remember how you wouldn't stop. You thought that was the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, because he's a great athlete, and he's I think he should be on top, but I mean he's clearly happier away from WWE. But he's an incredible athlete, and it was just amazing to see him up close and just how massive he is.
Really? Yeah.
It's like he's my height, but walks like this through doorways. He's like 220 of solid muscle.
That's nuts.
It's scary. Yeah. So that was a huge thrill. There's a bunch of guys that I've grown up watching that I've gotten to work with over the years. So
right. I mean, you met Rob Van Dam.
Met Rob Van Dam.
Sabu, you said.
Yeah, I haven't worked with him yet.
Ray though.
Yeah, Ray Mysterio.
And that's fucking cool though. I mean, because it's not just like, hey, you know, you're going to an autograph session with a bunch of people. Like the guy's fucking backstage is doing his thing.
Yeah, he's
right. Like that's gotta be that's a thrill in itself.
Yeah, Rhino. Gangrel.
Yeah, how thick was that guy?
He was huge. He was a huge human being. Demolition was a trip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was weird.
So for those that don't know, and you know, not only like did he, you know, meet these guys, right? He had a chance to fucking ref a demolition match.
Yeah, which was surreal.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. So let's go back. Let's go back to what we said before, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're growing up, you're watching these guys on fucking TV.
Yeah, and then
WWF at the time.
And then 20 years later,
you're reffing their match, dude.
Yeah, it was.
What the fuck?
I'm standing in the corner trying to be all professional. This is in Morrisburg, Ontario, Canada. For those of you uninitiated.
Yeah.
Small town. Was about half an hour, 45 minutes out of Ottawa. And I'm standing in the corner trying to be all professional, and that dun 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 it hits, and I burst out laughing. I just like, this fucking real.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel real.
And then they're ribbing me the whole match, trying to get me to laugh and stuff like that.
Really? Yeah.
Playing the heel like, hey, Smash, I don't think we're allowed to do this, and like fish hook the guy, and it's like, you can't. And I'm trying to do the calls and stuff.
Yeah.
They're making me laugh the whole. I just couldn't help it. I tried to keep a straight face. And there's only so many times you can do this.
Yeah, I know.
I just burst out laughing. At the end of it, Smash hugs me.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up watching you, and he goes, "You're a good man, Raf." Hugs me. What?
What?
I just looked at them and went,
yeah,
and bailed out of the ring. Like, you guys have your moment. This is amazing. Like, I've gotten to do this.
That's fucking
paid
fantastic.
for this. Like, it was insane.
You got paid to ref their match.
Yeah.
Demolition.
Yeah.
And who gives a shit? It doesn't matter how old they were at the time. It's demolition.
Yeah.
One of the most like cemented legacy tag teams of all time.
Yeah, and I got to tell
all fucking time, and all promotions do.
Yeah, there were three-time champs, two-time champs. Three.
Yeah, I think three.
Yeah,
I think so. But they were fucking long reigns, and like just like you know, like it's just how they were.
Reigns meant something. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just even if they didn't even have a long reign, it was just how they carried themselves, how they won. Remember, I remember how they won the titles.
Yeah. Well, who did they beat first?
Haku? No, was it Haku?
Yeah. That was the last one, I think.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. They beat Andre and Haku.
Yes.
Yeah, that was WrestleMania 6.
Yeah. Massive crowd.
Yeah, that was
unbelievable.
Right? Yeah, that was the Toronto one. Yeah, that was insane. I think that's when I fell in love with Demolition. Yeah, which was nuts.
I went up for the big elbow and the backbreaker elbow.
Yeah.
And what do they call it again?
Devastation. No, I can't remember. The Devastation.
Good thing they didn't put you on the spot that night.
Right?
Hey,
yeah.
Name my finisher.
Yeah, actually, the finish of the night, they actually used the heart attack for their finish because. For the net when I ref that match, and I was relaying it, and I talked to Axe, which is still and I went. So the boys told me the finish is heart attack. And he goes, well, I really wouldn't call it that, but yes.
I know at that point, like
smile, don't say heart attack.
Don't say. Yeah. We might want to change the name.
He's like tying up his boots and just looks up at me. Don't say heart attack. Fair enough, sir. See you out there. All right. It was great. It was but. It's surreal saying that kind of stuff.
I mean, that's fucking. I mean, that's got to be like the top of your list of the matches that you've ref. Like, okay, so if you had to pick one, hang on. Give me one of your most high profile matches that you've ever done. Okay. And then give me one where your favorite, I guess.
Favorite. Actually, pretty recently with IWS, they had the fans bring the weapons match for their 20th anniversary show.
That's where they throw all the weapons in the ring, right?
Literally, it's fans bring weapons.
Wow.
Pots and pans and glass and barbed.
Fucking stop signs.
Yeah,
and...
name it. If it's not nailed down, they're using it.
That's crazy.
And I was the ref.
How is that safe?
It wasn't.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was their 20th anniversary. I mean, the first indie show I ever went to was IWS.
Right.
In 2002. And seeing some guy named El Generico and some dude named Kevin Steen. Then all these years later,
AKA
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
But I mean, I heard El Generico died helping out orphans in Mexico, but that's
Oh, it's just you're right.
Right.
That's
He looks like Sami Zayn.
Oh, okay. Just like Hulk Hogan wasn't Mr. America.
Was that him? Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
For God's sake.
Love it. So yeah. So tell me. So what what's your favorite one?
I've been lucky to. I've done over. I think I shouldn't do this, but I've lost count with the matches I've done. So man. I had a lot of fun refereeing matches with Tyler Breeze back in the day. Gangrel was fun to work with.
Oh yeah, Gangrel.
Raven was fun because of the crowd pop. That was in Ottawa. Crowd went absolutely nuts for him. He left his feet like twice.
Really?
One of the times was to hit a DDT, so that was fun. I don't know if I can narrow it down. I've had a lot of really fun matches. There's just I'd probably
but
say,
still though, like the fact that why you? They don't have. It's not just one ref, guys.
No,
I don't know if you guys know this. Like when you go to, there's what, 2, 3,
4 refs, yeah. And
so why the fuck do they keep picking you? Are you like the best one?
No. Even like self-deprecating aside, I'm definitely not the best one. But I've just been fortunate enough. Like, okay, just here's the order, and Trent, you're doing this match. TJ, you're doing this.
So match. They give you the news, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, so like, what's your reaction? Are you like all like, Mark, like, oh God, like, or are you just like,
course,
okay,
yeah, you just can't let
or is it inside?
It's internal marking out, I guess. Yeah, just refereeing a Rhino match and stuff like that. Just like and him going, okay, so we're gonna do this, and this, and like, is that good? Yes, sir. Cool, excellent. And going inside, I'm just, oh my God, yeah. Like
That's normally when you text me.
I don't want. No, I don't want to tell him like, dude, I've been watching you since I was a kid. It's true, but I don't think he wants to hear that. Yeah, when I was 14, 15, watching Viewer's Choice with my buddies, parents' basement.
Why not?
And they're like, well, how old are you now? 34. Like, okay. I guess I am that old. Sure. You know what I mean? But
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
I don't want to mark out too much, but sometimes I can't help it. Like with the demolition thing, that's probably my favorite memory, the demolition one, since they were my first favorite tag team as a kid.
Right.
So
you don't really have like a favorite. It's more like
I can't narrow it down. Just like great
good
memories.
question. Huh?
Yeah, it's a great question. I just can't really answer it. I don't know.
You ever done an event hungover? How is it?
No, never. No. Yeah, it sucks. I don't recommend that to anybody. I did that early in my career, like an idiot, and so of course they put me in all black and with a spotlight over top of me, and didn't give me water, and it was the middle of summer in Edmonton, and that was a learning experience. So I tend not to do hungover anymore. So yeah, not fun. I don't recommend that to anybody. There's certain wrestlers that can work while they're messed up, but I wouldn't recommend being hungover for anything.
Even Scott Hall said that he never had a drop of alcohol before a match.
Which I don't know if I believe, but
that's what he said.
Yeah, sure. I mean, sure. I don't know. There's guys like Sandman where it's painfully obvious that they have. And
he has him on the way down.
Yeah, he's like,
fuck.
He's already
right there,
drunk
right?
and bleeding on the way to the ring. So
no, for sure. So you're there. You're reffing. Things are going a little bit crazy, right? As you're in the juice in the match, right?
Right.
Has anybody ever got hurt on your watch? Meaning, like while you're in the ring.
There's a guy got knocked out. For about a minute or two. Like, dude, he took a dive to the outside, and the guy kind of caught him, and just on the concrete, like forehead first.
Oh.
And the guy, and of course,
like suicide dive, like
suicide dive, jumps off, and the guy catches him, but on the rollout, and just boom, hits his face and hits his forehead on the concrete. This is in Ottawa, and I'm looking down at the guy and just like, "You okay? You okay?" And yelled his real name, and he just popped out of it. He's wearing these contacts that they look like reptile eyes, so you can't tell if he's looking at me. He's kind of doing this at me, and he snapped out of it. That was scary. I thought he was out cold.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, like, what's the procedure? Like, what is your role if something like that happens? Do they go through this with you?
I mean, yeah, but thank God nothing's happened. I mean, I've been
just keep it that way.
Yeah, I've been involved in matches where they're bleeding heavily in that, but nothing's gone wrong. You know, I mean, of course they're not. It doesn't tickle. They're in pain, but they keep going.
Right.
You know, no one's been injured as far as I know on shows that I've done. So, I mean, as far as I know, if it was me, I would make, depending on the severity, I guess, you'd stop the match.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody gets their neck broken or something, you don't roll them out of the way. You just stop the match, and because it's a show, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I'm very lucky nothing's happened, but if it does, first aid training does come in handy.
Well, yeah, that's it. Like, do you throw up the X sign? Like,
certain promotions do that. Certain promotions go, don't throw up. Just like tell somebody by ringside like something's wrong, go get help.
Really? How come they don't like
it's just, I don't know. It's a passe sort of thing because sometimes they don't mean it on TV when they do that.
Okay.
So there's a certain way to do it that they're kidding, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, which I don't like that. I don't like when they fake real injuries, like pretending a guy's neck's broken or something like that. Like,
yeah.
I've always been uncomfortable.
Yeah, same here.
I get it. It's wrestling. It's a show.
But like the Eddie Guerrero heart attack, right?
Exactly.
That kind of bullshit. Like,
and then when he does drop dead in the ring, what are you gonna do? Like, they're doing a show. No, he's dead. Like, okay. So kind of like the old heart thing.
So have you ever been in a spot where you were uncomfortable, meaning like something that they wanted you to do and you were like, I don't want to do that, or they wanted you to take a bump and you're like, I'm not feeling that.
I was the only time I really said no. It was early on in my career. I was okay, so the guy's gonna duck and you're gonna take a chair shot to the head. No, I'm not. What do you mean? No, I'm not. Like, I know. Look at the size of my arm. Even if I do this, I'm gonna knock myself out. It's just gonna be bone on forehead, and I'm gonna kill myself anyway. So I'd rather be hit in the back, because I guess I'm kind of a pussy, but I still have my brain about me. So that's the only time I've said no. But other than that, there's never been any. I'd take a super kick, I'd take a clothesline or something. Like, I'll be okay. I did get you when I got super kicked. I don't know if you remember that.
You got what?
I think one of the only shows you went to.
Yeah.
IWS, I got super kicked.
Yeah.
Sold it the entire time.
Yeah.
How'd that look? Fuck you, man. God. All right. Like, I thought you were hurt. I was selling it the entire night.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fine. So I've been lucky. I haven't been put in those situations either. So.
Any other situations? Like, have you ever gone to any altercations with like any talent in the ring? Like, when you're done a match, you go back and you're like, what the fuck? Like, was there any of that? Like,
there was one guy that I'm not going to name his name because.
Damn it!
You want to do that? Go on Hannibal's channel. Sorry. Yeah, it was just a guy that he just kept going over his time. There's like enough, and then the match is over. He's still doing his stuff. Like, go home. He just ignoring him, and everybody was pissed. And it was like, I screwed up. I should have just counted him and left. But just going into business for yourself, I've never understood that, especially for a TV taping.
Yeah.
But that was the only time I've ever been kind of pissed off. Like, what are you doing? Like,
right.
It's like, I don't care who you are. Like, you wouldn't see a big star doing that.
Yeah.
It's timed. It's for TV. So I kind of was pissed off.
It was for TV.
Yeah, it was taped for RDS too with IWS.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been on TV too, Rafi?
Yes, and I've yet to see it because I hate watching myself on camera.
Why? So you're not going to watch this?
Well, this is different. I mean,
How's it different?
I'm not in the ring. I don't know. I just, as far as performance, I just don't like watching myself on video. That's why I've kind of been doing for the whole time. But I don't know. I'm my own worst critic, I guess you could say.
We all are.
Oh yeah. I'll watch it. And, I've watched DVDs of old stuff from C4 Wrestling.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're in Ottawa, check them out. They're awesome. And watching on DVD, going, why'd I do that? Or look at the lanky asshole. Like, I'm taking shots of myself the entire 2 hours. I'm checking it out. So it's not worth it to me. I don't want to give myself stress. So. If I can help.
I don't know if it's about stress. I think it's also about trying to master a craft.
Yeah,
like me, like when I do my channels or whatever I'm doing, I like to watch the video because I'm like, okay, I didn't like that. Sure. I like that though, but I didn't like that. That's fucking cringe. Or sometimes I watch some of my old shit. I'm like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I encourage and invite you to try it out, but it to each their own, right? Some people can just continue to do it. But like, I'm kind of like, I try to be like kind of a perfectionist when I do editing and stuff. Like, it's to the fucking nanosecond. Like, timing is everything for me. So like, when I do certain, videos and whatnot or skits, like, I have to time it perfectly, right? Yeah. So it's no different than when I'm editing for something else, you know, like if I'm doing a collab video or whatever. So I have to like watch my shit after because for that reason.
To expand on it.
Right. But then after that, I'm done. I'm over it. You know, like I'll watch it once. I'll say, okay, I learned from it, and then I'm done. I'm not a fucking mark for myself when I watch my own shit like all day.
Yeah,
like,
that's shit's weird. That too. Like
that's just weird. I'm not Ric Flair, you know.
Yeah.
Just joking.
It's okay. He's not watching this.
Damn it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Once you get to 1,000 subscribers, then yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So you didn't ever have like massive like altercations either before or after?
Like, there's not I've seen with other wrestlers and that, but I'm lucky. I've never really had any altercations with wrestlers.
What's the craziest thing you've seen? As you're working.
Like, what do you mean?
You're working. So you're working. I don't know. I mean, like you're backstage, right?
Yeah.
Or you're in the ring. Yeah. Like, what's the craziest thing that you've seen at an event?
Athletic or crazy weird or like
just like something dangerous, I guess. Something dangerous or like something backstage where like the fucking your boss is like reaming a guy because he didn't do the finish properly. Like, what's the craziest thing?
Yeah, usually, like, I don't know, with say with IWS, if somebody's done something wrong or there's been a screw, they'll take them aside. They don't make it a public show. So
right.
I can't say that I've seen it. I wish I had some dirt for you, man. But
no, that's okay. Like, that's good. Then.
Like there hasn't been big blow-ups, and if there's any issues, they take them aside. They don't. They're grown men and women, so it's just like, no. Like if there's a fuck up, like come here, they'll talk around the corner, away from people.
Right.
As far as crazy shit, I mean, any IWS match, the death match stuff, like that's all crazy to me. Like voluntarily putting your head through barbed wire and glass and stuff like that. You've never catch me doing it. All the power to them. I love this stuff.
I know it's crazy.
I would never do it.
No, I know.
Never do that stuff.
No.
So
their pain threshold. I mean, it's adrenaline.
It's insane.
It's adrenaline too.
Yeah,
and it's,
exactly. Like I'd bang my toe on a coffee table and screaming, and then there's guys like, okay, bang. Like, that's another reason why I never became a wrestler.
Probably.
One of like 12 reasons.
Oh man, it hurts in there though, man. Like it really hurts. Like. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
it's not much different than this table.
Yeah,
they just put like I did.
You did that for
of course.
Bachelor party.
That's right. Yeah. On the shirt, we're both wearing a shirt today. That's it. Trent was supposed to be there and he wasn't because he was doing a show, so I forgave him.
Right? I believe.
Hey, look, it is what it is. You're chasing a dream. You're doing your thing. It was an IWS.
Next wedding, bud. Kidding. Sorry, had to make that joke.
Of course. Terrible. So. All right, let's get you. I want to get your opinion on something.
Sure. Yeah.
The Silver King.
Oh.
Yeah, you knew I was going to bring it up to you. I was the one that reached out to you because I was like, "Look, you're a ref. You're the only ref I know."
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm the best one you know.
Exactly. Yeah, number one, baby. So. Look,
I couldn't believe it. My girlfriend actually, why? Because you sent me the video and
you were like,
I didn't want to watch it. I was like, okay, babe, you check this out. And she's looking. I'm watching her reaction. She's going, okay, no, this is wrong. Like something's wrong. She gets it. She understands this stuff. She's looking, okay, something's fucking weird here.
Right.
He's clearly in pain. At least, like there's something wrong. I just stopped the match. They're like, okay, cover him. Let's see what we can do. Like he's not moving.
I know.
Like. It goes back to that wrestler that was knocked out.
Right.
If he was out cold, I wouldn't go, hey, hit a splash. We gotta go home here. Yeah, like let's roll him into the ring. No, he's not fucking moving. Like he ends up dying. I mean, maybe and the refs stand there going, I don't know, maybe do this, get help.
He was awful.
Yeah, he's just standing like there's deer in the headlights, and then there's I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Of course. That literally looked
freezing and going fucking like, what I'm doing.
I don't know if it was just wrong place at the wrong time or what it was, but like it really looked like they grabbed that guy off the street and they said, hey, do you want to ref tonight? And it was just an unfortunate circumstance. And he fucking lost.
Because I don't know that promotion at all. It was a promotion there in England, I believe. Right? London, I think the show happened.
I think so.
It's like London Lucha or something like that. I don't know anything about the promotion at all. I don't know who that ref was. I don't really care to because he's probably. I hope
it's a horrible story.
I mean, yeah, he must feel terrible. It's not like the guy's heartless, but he just like he didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what to do. So it's again going back to it's a lot different than the WWE. Like there's EMTs and there's medical staff right there. They would have slid in the ring. And just,
but that's what I mean. Like it's not always like that, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
besides the point, you stop the match, call 911.
Yeah.
You try to figure it out, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Or at least get EMTs there.
But for God's sakes, like, I mean,
put a move, like make a move.
Look, I don't want to give this guy anything, because honestly, what guy in their right mind with common sense just keeps going?
Yeah, like Hoovy covers him. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like if the guy's not responsive for anything
either, but I mean,
no, you can.
For those of you who haven't seen a Juventud Guerrera, believe it or not, it's easier to say in Spanish. He just covers him, like not tall. He doesn't look like he's talking to him, covering him. He just covers him like it's a match.
Yeah.
Throw that out the window at that point. I don't care.
Right.
Like, it's a show. No one in the crowd is gonna go like, "Oh, fuck you! You're the heel." You kick him?
Yeah.
It's a show.
The guy's
Make sure your boy is
ring,
okay.
man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The guy died in the ring.
Like he did come out afterwards.
Yes. Like he
right?
was. Yeah. Well, he was still alive at that point, though, right? I believe. Or I don't want to, because I'm definitely not a doctor either. But
no, I'm not sure if he really was. You know.
Yeah. Like he might have been dead right then and there. Were you gonna move him around?
So if that's you, so walk me through like what happened. So you notice that something's wrong. Like, what are you doing?
I'd be right there, talking to him. If no answer, okay, look around for somebody. Like, you get help now. Go get help now. There's no other. Then to my brain, there's no other thing to do. Just make sure he's okay. And if they get him out to the ring, get him out to the back end of the ring, and he turns out to be okay, cool. We'll do this match again later, or we'll do this match again another month from now. Like, he's clearly, there's something wrong. He's at the very least shaken up.
Right.
So get him the hell out of there and make sure he's okay. But that would be the first thing I would do.
Honestly, like, I watched that and it angered me, and I'm not even a ref. How did it burn you?
As a person, it should piss you off. Like, it's a human being dying it's a human being dying.
Right.
That's where it should end. Isn't that Silver? I don't know his real name, and I apologize, but
me neither.
Silver King. His family, it must be heartbroken. It's just like, well, he died doing what he loved, I guess, but he could still be alive if people went, okay, something's fucking wrong.
Right.
Get help.
Get help.
I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but I can't think of anything else to do. Just figure out what to do afterwards.
To me, when I saw that went down,
go home.
To me, when I saw that ref not doing anything, because let's be honest, it comes down to him.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
because
it does.
Yeah, like I said before,
you're fucking there.
In charge, but this is it's
no, but you're orchestrating the whole thing, right? Yeah, like you're the one that has to, it's a start and finish. You control the start and finish as much as the talent wants to. You're the one that has to say, ring the fucking bell.
Yeah, because I'm giving the time cues and stuff like that. But I mean, if somebody's hurt, I got to relay that message.
Right. Hey, Everything Pro Wrestling, what's going on, man?
What up?
Yo, appreciate you coming by. Listen, this is TJ. He's a ref buddy of mine. If you haven't seen everything that's been going on.
I haven't been looking at the monitor at all.
Yeah, no, they're coming in now.
Nice.
But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to be answering all of the subscriber questions for my buddy Ref.
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Ref. That's your name, Ref.
Yeah, Ref.
Yeah, Ref McCulley.
I've been called worse. I've been called worse by worse people.
Exactly. So, if you guys have any question at all for a referee, he's an independent referee. He does his things, like anything, like we've covered a couple of things. We've covered some ground, but essentially, like, it's been a lot of fun. We were just talking about the Silver King thing.
Yeah.
And like,
how. Now, yeah, okay. All right.
Exactly. So like how, like, what would he have done differently in that situation?
Yeah.
What was supposed to sort of happen? How much bullshit was that? Because, like I was telling Trent, like, like I was so mad watching that.
Yeah.
And the first one I reached out to was you because you're a ref. So I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Tell me I'm not crazy and overreacting.
Yeah. I initially refused to watch it and then showed my girlfriend, like, okay, kind of the curiosity deal, like, okay, sure. I got, like, fine, I'll check it out.
Right.
Yeah, I was livid. You would absolutely have read to be pissed off, in my opinion. But anyway, yeah.
It's just like, it's a timing thing, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know if you acted on this, like, because it seemed like it went on for a good fucking 10 minutes.
Oh, it seemed, yeah.
And like sometimes those 10 minutes is so critical.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like, fuck, man, the blood might be on your hands.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Again, not a doctor here, but
neither am I. I'm just.
I don't even play one on TV.
I'm a speculative person.
Yeah.
I always wondered what ifs and stuff like that. So I look at that like, man, this is just not acceptable. You know what I mean? From a professional standpoint, I don't give a fuck how big your organization is. If you're going to fucking put people lives at risk or whatever, whether it's, you know, through your show, your ring, whatever, you know, whatever show you have planned, right? Whether it's that, or if something out of nowhere happens and you have to sort of do it, pull an audible, you better be fucking prepared for it.
Exactly. Like,
it bothers me, that stuff. It just looks so childish.
It's live. You don't have to.
There's no room for error like that. If you ask me, like, cover that part, cover that shit first, and then figure the rest out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a show,
it's
but
a
I mean,
necessity.
they're human beings first. So, you know, other than that, it's, as my dad would say, it's gladiatorial at that point. It's like,
it's
all right, well, if he
gladiatorial.
dies, fuck it. Like, no.
No, exactly. Like, it's a show, but it's also like, and especially like, use your head if you're having these guys that are over 40 in the fucking ring, or over 50, or over 60.
Right?
Like, you don't know. You have to cover your fucking ass.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know, man. If I was a promoter or whatever, I'd be like, good, we better make sure we got all hands on deck before we go out there.
Yeah, there's blood and guts and stuff, but I mean, to a point.
Right.
Yeah, like, you know, the promotion I work for, 100%, I know that EMT, like with the Fans Bring the Weapons match, we had EMTs on the side of the ring the entire time. So if somebody was hurt, at least they'd be right there.
So they upped it for that.
Particular. They'd be right there.
But
they're taking precautions. They're
fucking
going,
smart move, right?
Yeah.
So we got
nothing happened, but
perfect. I mean, so we got some guys. We got Conrad from Everything Pro Wrestling. I suggest you subscribe to his channel. Excellent podcast work, and as well as my buddy Steve, Sports Talk Network. I've been on his channel many times too.
All right.
So he's saying what's going on to you. I mean, you could read. You can see everything on the right-hand side here. You know how to read. Huh? You weren't hit with that many chair shots as you were a ref, right?
I never learned to.
And we got Malik Kelly.
Wonky eyes, and that's
yeah, nobody's said anything about it yet. Don't worry. But we got Malik Kelly, narcolepsy boy. He's
we're helping your narcolepsy.
Yeah, he's another YouTube guy. I've been on his channel. He's been on mine. So this is like my little crew here. And we got Broken Empire, one of my buddies there from Ohio, I believe. He's an up and comer, man. He's a younger YouTuber. Probably like he's below 18, I think. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, sorry, Vash. But you know what?
Here's some questions.
So we got some questions. So let's go through them, okay?
Yeah.
First one's okay. So we got Narcolepsy Boy asking you, who is your favorite superstar of all time?
Shawn Michaels, hands down.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
You know all these.
I've known you since I was like fucking 10. I know you've been talking. Do your Shawn Michaels impression for them. Do it.
Oh, well, that's more like crusty. Like, hey! Right. I have to do that at least once every day.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
With the Heartbreak Kid, that voice drives you absolutely nuts.
That's not bad. That's pretty fucking good, man. Like, I can do some
not
impressions.
Not as good as his Savage, but I mean.
Thank you.
As I've been thinking, he does a better Savage than me.
I'm doing a Macho Man rap video. FYI. For my subscribers, I am doing a fucking terrible Macho Man rap video. It's still in the works. It was pretty much.
Plays the keyboards like this.
Pretty much. It's a lot harder than you think. Let me tell you, it's a lot of work's going into it. I thought it was a lot. It was terrible. So
well, that's the point.
So yeah, all right. Thanks. So it's gotta be Shawn Michaels, right?
Yeah,
past, present, the whole deal, right?
If I had to name one, it'd be Shawn. Absolutely.
100%. That's a good pick.
Yours would be.
I mean, I love Randall. You know, I love Randall.
Randall.
I love Randall.
Like this.
Randall Orton. Yeah, he always, he got me back into fucking wrestling.
That's true. Yeah.
That was the guy that got me back into it. So, I mean, honestly, there's, obviously Hogan. If I'm going old school, I got to go with Hogan.
Yeah.
And Hitman.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I love Shawn Michaels too, but he's got to be fourth for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And Rollins, as far as current roster is concerned, like newcomers, they got to go with Rollins, Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
Love Velveteen Dream.
Which I hope
and Adam Cole.
Up, but...
I like Adam Cole too.
Right. Yeah.
He might win tonight. NXT tonight.
Right. That's
Did
true.
you record it?
Takeover 25, which go to if you're in Montreal, go to IWS first, and then check
and Lachine.
Correct. I'll get the it's addicted. To
IWS should fucking hire me for plugging their shit. Seriously, between
Really?
Manzano and you and everything, I'm just plugging the fucking local independency.
He's looking for work.
I'm growing a beard. I can't even afford any razors anymore, guys. All right, so we got Steve from Sports Talk Network, another great podcaster, like I was telling you.
Hope you're good.
He's asking you, what is the hardest thing about being a ref in the business? #respect.
There it is. No.
Oh, hang on. Also, would you want to be a ref in WWE or AEW company? Okay, so he's got like 3 questions here. Let's go one by one. Stop yelling at my friends. What is the hardest thing about? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. What's the hardest? I didn't even ask him that. Perfect, Steve. What is the hardest thing about being a ref in this business?
I guess it differs for everybody, but for me, it's just the positioning. Do you mean as far as getting to it, or?
I'm pretty sure he's. I
don't know what.
If I had to guess, I mean, maybe he's going
like
to.
Hardest part about being a ref.
He'll probably comment any second on what he thinks, but if I had to guess, he's probably thinking like when you're in the ring, maybe.
Just making sure that everything's going well, and staying out of the way, and the hard camera doesn't see the back of my head, which I've done that a couple of times.
Back your hand. Oh, when you're doing a count.
The first show we did, the first IWS show for RDS.
It's true. It's such a small detail.
Yeah, I can't remember what match it was, but I'm sorry about that. But raised to Victor's hand, and I went with my back to the camera, and the guy's going, "Turn around, stupid!" And hey, I go to the back, like, yep, this is TV, folks. Thank God it's not live. So that was.
When was that?
That would have been over a year ago now with IWS, their first show for RDS 2.
Who was it that said turn around?
I can't remember. I'm not trying to bury anybody or bury myself. Well, I wouldn't be burying him, but actually, I think it was Big Magic, who's now signed to NXT.
Right, he is.
So,
he is.
Which huge shout out to those guys.
Big Magic. Called you an idiot.
Well, sorry, he didn't call me an idiot, but he was just like I'm kind of exaggerating. He looked like turn around, like sort of thing. Oh, hi, right, yeah, here's the winner, like. Oh, he didn't call me an idiot, but I was just like in my head, I'm going like, oh,
come on,
the Farley say like, stupid, I knew this.
Yeah, this was my chance. Yeah. This is my chance.
First time on TV. Hey.
Like, yeah, he meant doing it as a job. Like, what's the hardest thing, I guess?
Yeah, just staying out of the way and making sure everything goes down the way it's supposed to, and if there's certain spots that I need to know about, then.
You ever forgot anything on the job?
I forgot who went over one time, so I was in the ring trying to get their attention, like. Let's finish. It's like when I don't kick out. Got it. So that's basically how I go into it now. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't like forgetting stuff.
No.
I'm getting kind of forgetful later in life, I guess. But now the final years of my life. Kidding. Yeah. So I think that's the most difficult part for me is just staying out of the way and making sure the show goes down as well as it can.
That's a great question. Yeah, honestly. Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
Steve. Yeah.
Steve.
Isn't there? I think I saw another question.
There was a couple of them here actually. We're just kind of going to go through them right now.
Everything Pro Wrestling's got a couple.
Yeah, he's got a couple of them. So
I am a big fan of CPR training.
You see that? Okay.
Yeah. I think.
So did they teach you like they tell you like you have to know this?
They haven't told me anything, but as far as the promotions I've ever worked for, there's never been any mention of it. But I have my own. I've done CPR training on my own anyway. But I think it should be more and more now that I think about it, especially after the Silver King.
Yeah, going back to that's what I was going to say.
Like, I don't know about mandatory, but it sure as hell would help. So. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it because, I mean, who knows? If the guy's dropped dead in the ring or dropping a heart attack, and I'm the only one that knows how to save the guy.
That's a great story,
and
too.
I can't do it.
No, exactly. That's what I mean. It'd be a great story if you did know how to do it and then you actually helped them to some degree.
Yeah, I hope that's not my claim to fame, but
no, of course not. Yeah. Of course not. But again, it goes back to what I was saying with being prepared for the inevitable. Exactly. Right? Yeah. You have to, especially as a business owner.
You're doing a show about a net.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
There's no retakes. So
Narc
fell asleep. No, kidding.
No, he's going on his own channel. No. He probably wanted me to be on it, and I've been swamped lately. Yeah. So sorry, Malik. But Conrad asked again, everything pro wrestling. Current favorite promotions, top 3 for both of us. Top 3 promotions.
Top 3 promotions. would be like all over the place. So IWS, excuse me, the International Wrestling Syndicate. For those of you uninitiated, check it out. IWS Wrestling. Check them out on Twitter. Check them out tonight if you're in Montreal. Check them out on the 22nd if you're in Montreal.
This is the home of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
That's where they got their start. Big Magic and Scott Jagged Parker, who are in NXT.
I knew Scott was going to get signed. I fucking knew it. I called that shit. Remember I told you that like fucking 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, they should have been signed 3 or 4 years ago. There's a bunch of other guys that I've worked with that should be signed now. But
they're going to do good work, hopefully.
I'd say, I mean, AEW is way too early to say a favorite.
Yeah, but it's still fun.
It's great. I thought it was amazing. We can get into that if you want.
We will, because we have Rambo asking us about it. So we'll get into that after. So let's go. So AEW is number 2.
Yeah, I'd say Ring of Honor, the old school Ring of Honor stuff has been really fun.
WWE is not even in the top 3 for you. Unbelievable.
I hate to say it. Lately,
I know. Yeah.
I mean,
be honest.
It's
cool.
the top company on the planet, but I mean,
it's the machine.
Yeah.
It's the machine.
Yeah.
Sometimes the machine doesn't always work that well.
Good for you, machine.
Nobody understands your references.
There's one, and she's not even here. So
yeah, too bad she couldn't make it. But so yeah, listen, Malik Kelly again. I think we've talked about this before. Favorite match you've called as a referee. So if you
probably do the Demolition match, Demolition against the Incredible Hunks, Cheeky and Dino.
Fucking crazy guys. For those guys watching, this guy called a demolition match. Demolition, buddy.
Yeah, it was insane.
I still can't get over that to this day. I'm so fucking jealous. Like, you called a match. Like, he did their match, guys. That's crazy.
It was insane, and they did well too. It's not like they're out of shape, I guess. But
sure, but they still
for their age, they're still going in a ring for what?
That's amazing.
15 minutes
minimum.
Yeah, right? Something like that. Yeah, it was a blast. So that was probably my favorite match that I've ever reffed.
It's a lot of work, when you ref too. Like, are you out of breath and stuff? Like, you have to like.
Oh, I have terrible cardio. It's nuts. You don't have to until you.
Then the heart's pumping from the adrenaline too. The crowd, nerves.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Especially when they realize that, and then they have to do. They're doing false finishes just to screw with the ref.
Yeah.
1-2 kick out. 1-2 kick out. 1-2 kick out. Like.
They did that to you before?
Oh yeah, on purpose. They'll know that like guys, I'm really out of shape.
Trent's blown up.
Like, okay, he's blown up, so we're gonna do this. Like, the sunset flip and it would roll up, sunset flip, roll up, back and forth. Like, okay, guys, I got it. Brody Lee versus Michael Elgin, another fun match.
Brody Lee, hang on a second. Harper. That's Luke Harper.
Yeah. Which hopefully soon he'll be Brody Lee again if he gets his wish.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's Saturday. You know what that means, right?
Exactly, it is tweet. It's Saturday. You know what that means.
Yeah, that was C4 in Ottawa. That was probably the best match I've ever wrapped.
Who's he against?
Michael Elgin, who's now in Impact Wrestling. He just started a couple of weeks ago, actually, I think. He's an amazing athlete. El Generico against Mike Bailey. That was another one. That was surreal. How great that
Mike Bailey is really good.
Speedball Mike Bailey is an amazing athlete.
He's an IWS talent, I think.
Yeah. He's been doing a lot of tours in Japan lately, which is just
that's just gonna help him more and more and more.
Yeah.
Not a massive guy, but fun.
No,
he was good on both sides of it too. He was a great face and he was a great heel too.
Yeah, but that shows how old we are though, right? It doesn't matter how big they are anymore. Like Seth Rollins is the man.
Yeah.
In the 80s, he'd been fed to Hogan. Like Hogan would eat him and throw him in the
He would have been a Intercontinental champion at most.
Maybe, yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's just how it is.
Now and that's not a slight on him. I think he's the best guy.
Of course it's the right move right now.
Yeah, he's the best guy.
Let's be honest, the dynamics changed.
Exactly, yeah.
You gotta evolve.
Exactly.
Adapt or die. Evolution style, right?
It's a mystery.
So check this out. Steve also asked, would you want to be a ref in AEW or WWE?
Well, I mean, either or, but if I get to be part of AEW in any way, I mean, to be a part of that explosion.
Yeah, because it's a launching pad.
Yeah, it would be fantastic.
It's going to blow up. You just know.
I wouldn't say no to either or, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now, WWE still, because I mean, it's still the pinnacle. It's still the top.
It is still the top.
I wouldn't say no to either or.
Yeah,
Great
because
question, but
it is
I
a
gotta
good
go to
question.
WWE
Think
still.
about that for a minute,
Yeah.
though. It's like, would you rather be a? It's a really good one.
I
'Cause,
wouldn't
like,
say no to either or.
would you rather be a fucking, part of history for a company that's literally gonna pop any second if it hasn't already, which we know it is currently as we're talking, right?
Yeah.
Or it's fucking WWE, man.
Yeah, it's
Billions of people
the
watching.
reason I'm in this
WrestleMania.
business. Yeah.
You be a ref at WrestleMania.
Sure.
How
Yeah.
do you say no to that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be on that DVD when they were talking about AEW and the beginnings of it fucking 20 years from now?
I was there, brother. Yeah.
Tough call, right?
Like, I mean,
these questions are better than mine.
I wouldn't say, like, if you're standing in the middle of the ring, exactly. Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Oh.
I should have invited you on.
No, I mean, 67,000 people in the middle of Skydome, or 13,000 people in the middle of MGM Vegas. Like, I wouldn't say no to either or. You're in front of a huge audience either way.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go with WWE if I had to pick one. I guess this is my long-winded answer.
Well, a little bit different crowd too. Like, let's be honest, AEW, and this kind of segues into the next question by Mark Rambo, another YouTuber friend of mine.
Cool.
Like, how do I feel about AEW, right? Or how do we feel about AEW? And let's be honest, like, this is going, it's fresh, but it's also geared towards a little bit of an older audience.
Yeah,
you're not going to see a lot of kids. You're not going to see a lot of kids watching this. Yeah. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe, but I mean,
but you're not. It's not like fucking Bailey with the hugger shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which I think everyone's getting tired of, but she needs to turn heel so bad.
Dude, how did she not cash in on fucking Becky?
Right?
It would have been perfect for her character.
Pick her up, go to hug her.
She would have been the most hated woman in all of wrestling at that very moment. It would have been excellent. Yeah. And I was telling Nathan, she comes out, she got the black, wacky waving inflatable balloons, whatever. Yeah. And she comes out and pops them.
That'd be great, actually.
And she wears all black and she has her hair down or something.
Yeah, like when
no more side dinky ponytail, no more smiling.
Yeah. Like when
man, I just wrote you 3 months of shit.
When Trish,
if they do it now, you know where they heard it from.
Exactly, right? You heard it right here on MOUNTIE'S Corner.
Fuck yeah, the plug.
Cheap pop. But yeah, when Trish turned heel, how she became infinitely hotter when she turned into a bitch. It was amazing. And then she just got better and better in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey not that Bailey's untalented. She's an incredibly talented girl. It's just she needs something different because she's been doing the same for 5 years?
No,
she's been doing nothing different.
All the greats say it. Stone Cold, The Rock. You have to experience both sides of the token in order to make yourself a more well-rounded wrestler.
Right. Yeah.
From a character standpoint, everything. Didn't work out for Rock either when he went in.
He was still over. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and it's a side question here from Steve also.
God.
Favorite movie or TV show?
My favorite movie or TV show?
I know you're gonna say fucking Simpsons.
Yeah, all time of it's Simpsons. Like the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons is untouchable. It's sucked for the last 20, but I mean,
has it though?
Not the entirety, but I haven't watched any of the new ones in years. Archer is another one. I don't just watch cartoon. Sons of Anarchy would probably be my favorite TV show of all time with live people. Movie is The Crow, hands down.
Sting.
Nah, Sting ripped that off.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Everybody thinks Sting, but and I like Sting. He's a great wrestler, but he ripped off my favorite movie. It's got everything. It's a love story. It's funny. It's violent as hell. At the end of the day, it's about romance. It's perfect.
I've never seen it.
You go, really?
I really got to see it. Huh?
Oh, you need to see that movie. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's absolutely worth it.
Did you show your girlfriend it yet?
Oh yeah. 100%. Of course.
First date, second date? Yeah. You weirdo.
Second date, probably.
For sure. It's
of course. Date. That's how we got her in the first place.
Yeah. So it all goes to say it comes down to The Crow. Okay. Yeah. All right. So for me, I'd have to say
favorite. No.
Amazing. Favorite TV show? It's got to be American History X. No, favorite movie. I mean, favorite movie is American History X.
Great call. I love that movie.
Yeah, not because I'm a fucking white supremacist. Clearly not.
Which, by the way, if anybody saw me doing this at the beginning, it was for 3 counts. So don't.
Of course it was. But you know, that had to be from the story aspect of it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
the way
yeah.
he turned
It's a
his life
classic,
around. It's
yeah.
the way he turned his life around, and he stopped looking at life through hateful eyes, and he started looking at it from a different
Exactly, yeah.
aspect.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite movie of all time. Good job.
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show has got to be.
You said The Simpsons. I get to hit you. Oh, okay.
That's a really, really, really good question.
I'm seeing these comments.
I mean, I watch a lot of TV. Well, not really, but I mean, I watch it weekly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I record programs and stuff. It's a tough one. It's a TV show. People like. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Right.
There's quite a few of them that I get amped up to watch and stuff like that.
Top three.
Top three. I like Shameless. Shameless is pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, see, that's good. That's a good show. You'd like it. Right. Absolutely, you'd love it. Yeah. I don't know if it is it even top three though. I mean, like it's hard to say for me. I hate it when you put me on the spot like that, Steve. It's like,
thanks, Steve.
You know, I know. He's a good guy. Believe it or not, I like This Is Us. I really enjoy it.
That either. I've heard
it's a really good show. I really enjoy it. Yeah. Damn, man. All right, I'm gonna come back to the other one, but yeah, that's gonna have to be.
I see one of the comments. Be a man, Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Conrad knows, man. He knows about the.
Shout out to the Arch.
And that's why he was saying that, because I'm doing a Macho Man rap video, right? I know that's what he meant by that right there. Yeah. So check this out, Broken Empire. What's the most extreme ref bump you've ever taken?
I got chokeslammed by Frankie the Mobster so hard it hurt my soul.
He's a big dude.
I bruised my tailbone on it. I landed like this. So
in the ring?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like flat in the ring. There's a picture of him looking down at me like, take that heck. I went, looking at it. Balls Mahoney gave me a Michinoku driver, and I still to this day have a pincher over my shoulder.
Ooh.
If I didn't tuck my chin, because I thought I was going to.
He died, huh?
Yeah, he did. He was a great dude. He was a very nice guy. I did a show with him in APW in Greeley, Ontario, which is just outside of Ottawa. Really nice guy to everybody in the locker room. He was introducing himself as John, and it was cool with everybody and joking around. And one of the guys actually had just broken up with his girlfriend, and he was really distraught about it. And he helped him out and just like made sure to take time and talk to him and hang out with him. Really like went out of his way, nice guy. You know what I mean? And you know, he didn't know that he'd hurt me, but still, like, hey brother, great job. You know, everything went great.
Okay, so you never really told him that.
No, I didn't tell anybody that I got hurt. So
yeah,
it wasn't his fault. I mean, I just landed wrong. So
good for you, man. That's nice.
It wasn't his fault at all.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
you take that risk, right?
Yeah, it's a sock, but yeah, no, but
it's a pretty cool move to take, though.
Yeah, right.
Were you scared when you're in the air?
Oh yeah, I thought he was gonna post me and then drop, but then as I realized he started to go down already, I went at the last second. So I might be telling you the story in a chair, but because I tucked my chin at the last second and then still landed in the back of my neck.
Right.
So it wasn't his fault at all. He picked me up and like look at me. He easily just.
So basically, you had to tuck your chin.
Yeah, right? I thought he was gonna like the Rikishi driver deal, like and then drops me, but he just. One swift move picks me up, and I right in the back of my neck. It was. I ended up being okay. I'm good. You know.
What were you supposed to do differently?
Like I thought I was gonna get dropped on my back, so I would have time. Like he would post me, and then I would go. But I just in one swift
motion. Yeah.
So by the time I was upside down, I just okay. But yeah, other than that, I've taken a pile driver, never felt the thing. My God, really? That was fun. Just tuck your chin, kid. You'll be fine. It was the only help I ever got out of that. But yeah, no, that's it. I mean, as far as big bumps and that, took a chair to the back. Sucked. Did more damage. More damage flopping on my face.
Yeah.
Did a flare flop after getting hit in the back, and just boom, all you hear on the DVD is my face hitting the canvas. So it's just pretty much like, and then me going ow. But yeah, no, I've been lucky. There's not many big bumps, but a Cool.
Check this out. So Rambo's asking if you could ref any match in history.
Oh, jeez.
What match would it be?
Oh,
That's a good question, man.
Wow.
These guys are good. You see why they have YouTube channels? They're very creative.
Why aren't you guys here? Jesus. All right. It'd be love there to be a live audience. Maybe one day.
What do you mean?
I have a lot like a.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that would be
What
awesome.
do you mean? We are live.
What are you talking about? The
Pierce
fucking
in
right
the head.
there.
Yeah. Man, any match in history. Jeez. First thing that popped in my head would have been Hogan Andre.
WrestleMania 3.
Just to be a part of that. Yeah. Like,
How do you not want to be a part of it?
59 billion people and the 7'7" giant, according to Hogan. So,
Yeah. 7'7", exactly.
Yeah, off the top of my head, that one. I guess I'm just going with matches that I grew up loving. The first Iron Man match. That would have tested my cardio. Brett and Sean.
Fucking WrestleMania 11?
12.
12.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, one of the
It's your
best.
favorite. You must be mad at me now because I felt like it was your favorite. Damn it, man. Damn it. Damn it. Shut up.
Stop.
Stop it. Fucking asshole.
That's good shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is good shit.
We'll get into that, I'm thinking. Yeah,
Those are good picks
yeah,
right there.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe some ECW stuff that I've seen too.
Yeah.
There's a ton of
Because
matches.
your ref style kind
Yeah.
of really fits the mold of ECW, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just jumps out. Like I could see you being an ECW ref.
I would have loved to. I'd love
I
ECW.
feel, like I don't know if it's just because I'm used to seeing you in IWS.
Yeah,
So that's all I know.
'Cause to me,
You know what I mean?
IWS is Canada's ECW.
Right.
So
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's fair. But so that Iron Man match I guess would be Iron Man match or Hogan Andre would be.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So
Cool.
Rambo. So thanks Rambo for the
Thank you,
question.
Rambo.
We appreciate it. Narcolepsy boy, he loves doing this. He loves asking me this or this, this or that. Rock or Austin?
Oof, Austin. I gotta go with Austin. I've loved Austin since he was Stunning Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I was thrilled.
I was down with Sunny Steve Austin too.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hollywood Blondes.
Fuck yeah. I'm
Yes.
down with that. That's
Love it,
that's when he had hair. Right?
Yes. With the long
WCW.
blonde hair and the fruity tights and everything.
Yeah.
The fruity
Hollywood
the Fruit Loops
Blondes,
tights.
man.
Hollywood Blondes were probably the most
Underrated tag team.
ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Thank you for that. Honestly.
Brian Pillman needs to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know why he's not. I'm tired of going, oh, why is this guy in and why is this guy isn't? Because I don't know what their process is, but I'd love to find out. Brian Pillman needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He was amazing.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. I loved him.
I love The Rock. I think like when he was Hollywood heel Rock was fucking
some of his best
hysterical.
work.
Yeah.
Some of his best work. Face Rock right after that.
Yeah.
Some of his best work.
Yeah.
Right?
But I got to go with Austin. I've always loved Austin.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here? There you go.
Viper.
There's one for you.
That might. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll take the reins on this one.
Yeah, you can answer this one first.
Viper Randy or Legend Killer Randy? Okay, look. It's Legend Killer.
Yeah,
Randy,
same.
100%. Like
because he had a personality.
he had more of a personality back then,
Yeah.
right?
He was.
You start to you're seeing it a little bit lately. Like right before WrestleMania, when he was in that feud with AJ, you saw it a bit more. You know what I mean? But he was just kind of there, like he was like the house that who built or whatever I said.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
AJ what?
Yeah.
You know, like
It's my
like,
house. You're just
get the
renting
fuck
or
out of
something
here.
Like
Like that was some good shit. Like that promo that he
What did he
did.
say? It's your house. It's my house. You're just renting. real
Yeah,
estate or
yeah.
something like that.
And
Yeah.
fucking and rent is due, bitch, or something like that. Like that was some of his best work ever.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Like so, like I don't know, like Viper Randy, like it's just the whole Viper Randy. It's like it was cool in 2009
Yeah.
and 2010. Again,
character development doesn't seem to exist in WWE unless it's dick and fart jokes or
no, it's it.
flipper scoopers.
Like it's it exactly. But it's like fuck, like he's at a point in his career where he can actually have a new theme and like go out a different way if he wanted to, right?
Yeah.
However he wants to.
Yeah,
But like
he's
this. No, it's it.
Yeah.
Like it's just. That's just how I feel about him.
Yeah,
My favorite wrestler, and I still love him.
I
But
think-
fuck, I really feel like they could do more with him.
Yeah,
I still think that he's got some left in
Of
him.
course, yeah. Like
Fuck, it's Randy
he's not
Orton
an
here,
old
dude.
man, but he's been
No.
around for what?
It's like a year or two older than
17
us, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. 35 maybe.
Uh,
I don't know.
born
maybe.
80, I think. So
20 years
Thanks.
older.
So, yeah,
Maybe
but
you're
like
right.
he's not even 40.
Looks
It's not
great.
like- yeah,
He
it's not
moves
like
great. He's not slowing down
he
at
hasn't-
all.
Yeah, he hasn't lost a beat. He hasn't.
No.
You know, so
He's in shape all year around.
I've just always Vipers bored me always because of that
It's not that
slow,
great.
methodical shit. I
Again,
get it
I
because he's crazy. Like
yeah, but they could have went somewhere else with it.
I've always
You know,
loved.
they could have went somewhere else with it.
Yeah,
Instead
exactly.
of Viper or Snake or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like, okay, like
I'm partial to the cocky dickhead heels, I guess. So,
me too.
yeah,
Me
so
too.
that's why I
and again, that
Legend.
fucking character brought me back into wrestling.
Yeah.
So I'm
Sure.
always gonna go with Legend Killer Randy. It's got to be him.
uh,
CM Punk goes to
can't go
AEW.
to
What?
yeah, sorry, no.
What?
No shoot without a CM Punk question, I guess.
You have
Yeah.
to. You have to. And I'm cool with it. I love CM Punk. So if CM Punk goes to AEW, what impact will that have? Do you think that they will become a serious threat if they goes? So first and foremost, I mean, I think they're already a serious
I was going to
threat.
say, regardless if he shows up or not,
Yeah,
they're a
I
threat,
really
'cause
do
People
think-
are watching. It's a wrestling show.
yeah.
We're wrestling fans. It's not sports entertainment. It's
It's just a different
Yeah.
dynamic.
it's
a different audience.
There's blood. That
There might be swearing. We don't know.
yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I
Okay.
mean, there's blood and there's wrestling. I didn't see one promo.
It's Attitude Era.
Yeah, yeah,
It's kind of like took a step back there. I
yeah.
thought,
Which is what
where
everyone's
nobody else
always
wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everybody else kind of
Like,
wanted it.
Vince
So
would
let's
want
see,
this.
but
Well,
let's
no.
see.
Yeah,
This is what it's going to be.
it's one show. I like where they're going with this, but
It was one show, but it was a successful show.
yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
if
they
it
got a
would
lot
have
of talent.
bombed, that would have sucked.
Of course,
I'd
but
have
it
felt
definitely
horrible.
did,
But
yeah.
yeah,
They got so much talent there. Now look, they don't
couldn't,
have
yeah.
they don't have the fucking WWE talent. Like, let's be honest, WWE roster, it is what it is.
Yeah, like
But as I
there-
grow
yeah.
older and everything else,
There's only so much haha.
I can't wait foaming at the mouth to have fucking NXT people come up now.
yeah,
I'm like these guys aren't doing it for me anymore.
I'm not though. You know
Why?
Because look at all the guys that they've wasted since they, well, not all of them. I shouldn't say all.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's for me to watch the main product is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Kevin Owens was brought up and he was
Don't
shot.
get me wrong, fucking agree. But like
But
NXT is fucking phenomenal.
yeah, and
It's-
then you get the
that
Viking-
is,
you get
in
the
my
Viking
opinion-
Raiders experience.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. NXT is, in my opinion, the best promotion right now. Until AEW can overcome
You know
it.
what? Fair, and I kind of go back on what I said before. I didn't even think about NXT as a separate promotion, really.
Yeah.
So
I never even answered that, but that would
Yeah.
have to be my first.
I'd
It's my first.
I'd say that too, actually. Yeah, outside of the indies, like with I guess because I'm partial, but
It's because everybody thinks that WWE is a part of NXT, and NXT
But yeah, that's
is
what I
under
mean,
the
yeah,
umbrella. So
yeah.
it's just like it's all
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But as a promotion itself,
I can't wait.
it's hard to
that-
beat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking hard to
Yeah.
beat. Even though they keep losing talent going in the main roster, you know, the Balors, the Owens, the this and that, whatever.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Next thing you
Finn
know,
Balor.
fucking, you know, these guys coming up, they keep coming up, and they're fucking great.
Yeah.
Because they keep taking a little talent from here and there. Taking EC3, this person, Cole, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
and Ricochet and all these fucking
Oh, yeah.
amazing
Ricochet's
guys.
phenomenal.
Aleister
I can't-
Black, like I never heard of Aleister Black before NXT. That's just me.
I heard little bits and pieces, but I didn't know.
Right.
Like he had a phenomenal match with Mike Bailey, actually, Speedball Mike Bailey.
Really, eh?
Yeah, in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
Wow,
It's online. It's
Oh.
fantastic.
that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, the exchanges those guys had were just.
Yeah, because they're both kickers too, right? Like, because Bailey's a kicker.
It looked stiff as hell.
I bet.
It was great. Yeah.
No, but that's it. So
Yeah.
I mean, like as far as you know, CM Punk coming, I mean, let's be honest, it's huge.
Yeah, let's actually
It's
answer the question.
fucking huge.
Yeah, it would be nuts.
It's
like
huge.
I'm over it. CM Punk leaving. Like I not to say I'll go like, oh, screw him and click.
No.
Like, I'll watch.
Yeah, yeah.
100% I'll watch. But if he never wrestles again, sure. But if he shows up, I'm gonna say that promotion's got the edge.
I don't think his run in with the mask got as much exposure as
I
it should
forgot
have
about
been.
that. Yeah.
I don't think it really
It
like.
probably wasn't even
I don't even know if he
actually
wanted it to, you know, be like that. Maybe that's why he put the fucking
yeah,
mask
he
on.
did like it
But still, like it's still, it got some buzz, but it really didn't like get a lot of buzz. You know what I mean? Like it was.
because probably because he's shit on the wrestling business for so many years. Like, oh, I don't get my way, so I'm quitting, and fuck you, Vince. Like,
Yeah. But this is an opportunity that he can like sink his teeth into here
yeah,
with
but
AEW.
if he shows
They
up,
gotta give him that
AEW,
creative control, and you know, and that's why Ambrose where it went. You know, I mean, let's be
Yeah,
honest,
exactly,
that's
yeah.
one of the main reasons why he went.
Yeah.
Right. So he can kind of have a little bit more of a grip on his character and give his ideas, and they'll fucking listen.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, but you know, it's one of those things, right? So I mean, at the end of the day, CM Punk coming to AEW is fucking fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah.
And I'm all for it, and I just hope, and I know I don't need, like, I feel like I don't have to worry about this promotion, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I hope they don't ruin it. I feel like they're gonna handle it the right way.
They'll be okay. Yeah, they've got a millionaire investor that's clearly.
But they're still like they're going to fucking. There's gonna be like.
There's a growth pain.
Yes,
Yeah.
growing pains, right? Like look at Cody Rhodes' entrance the other day. Awesome entrance, but they fucked up on the theme. The theme stopped and then it started over again. Like it just wasn't smooth.
What's the
where he came and he had the sledgehammer and then he goes.
Oh yeah, I think they might have done it on purpose, but maybe not.
Did they? Because basically they cut it and then they replayed the theme. Yeah. It's like you got to keep the guitar thing just keep going. Like that's what WWE does.
Not restart it.
Yeah, you can't restart it with the intro. Like these are little things that WWE does well. But like these are little like fucking growing pains. I was like, oh fuck, we didn't think about that maybe or whatever.
Right.
Trust me, fans figured. I noticed it. I was like,
I didn't really think
it might have had more of an impact if he has an extended theme where it's like, okay, here's your intro. Here's the main theme, you know what I'm talking about? Like Finn Balor. You never hear it go back to you never hear it.
Like when Triple
H,
it's
done. If he wins the title, he's out there for 5 minutes.
Match is over, it goes to the
bingo.
Bingo. It doesn't start off with that.
Yeah, that's a small thing, but it's like, you know, that they're gonna eventually get that. Right. So
if you could just maybe, I don't know if you have bathroom breaks on your show.
We don't.
No, all right. Let's keep this going then, folks.
No, go ahead. We're good. We got some other comments here, but we're going to be wrapping it up pretty quickly.
We can do this as long as you want, but I mean.
No, it's cool. But it's been an hour and a half already.
What?
You got your show tonight, so you know we're getting like 4:40, and we're getting there. Kayla, how are you? Thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it here. So I'm interviewing my buddy Trent, aka TJ Wylie. And he's a referee in the local independent scene in Montreal. So what we're doing here on this show is if you have a question for him, he's going to pretty much answer it for you right away. So as soon as there's, you know, any sort of question that you guys have, we're at the point of the show where you can just say whatever you want, and then he's going to answer it. He's been very open to the whole experience so far, and he's been answering everything pretty much, so it's very awesome. And you know, so if you have anything that comes to mind before we go off the air, you know, drop it down in the comments, and once Trent gets back, we'll be able to help you out. So yeah, thanks again for coming, guys. I mean, it's been an hour and a half. We've covered a lot of ground. Like we've covered like why he started as a referee, like what got him into wrestling in the first place. You know, we covered like all kinds of crazy shit, like his favorite match and all these wrestlers that he's met. I mean, you know, he was an actual referee for, you know, people like Demolition and, you know, Rey Mysterio and all these other awesome talents that, you know, we've seen in WWE. So once they branch off and do like local independent scenes and stuff like that, you know, we have an opportunity to, you know, sit down with Trent and ask him like, okay, hey, like, so how did this really go? And who was really cool in the business and who wasn't, and all kinds of things like that. So I was able to ask him a bunch of different questions, like what's the procedure backstage? What's the procedure, you know, if somebody gets hurt, you know, what do you do? You know, walk me through a day in the life of being a professional wrestler, or like not a professional wrestler, but a professional, like in a way, referee. Like, what do you do when you get to the venue? Like, do you talk to the talent? Do you, you know, talk to every single, you know, wrestler at that point, like in their matches, you know, when they're discussing what's going on in the matches, do you have to like, only have to know the finish, you know? So we've covered like a lot of different ground here. So if there's anything that comes to mind, just, you know, scroll through the comments quickly just to make sure that this is not a particular question that you've already asked. We've probably had about 6 or 7 different questions so far, and he's on his way back now.
Apologies, folks.
That's okay. It is what it is. I mean, that's what happens when you do a podcast for an hour and a half. I mean, yeah, exactly.
That's right.
So
never do a show with a full bladder, kids.
No, that's it.
Right. No,
but essentially, I asked Kayla because she's kicking it right now with us, and we got another subscriber that just jumped in.
Kayla,
so
Wolf.
before we kind of cut off for, you know, go off the air right now.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, we're just gonna give them one last chance to sort of ask us any sort of question. Ask Trent, I should say. Nobody gives a shit about me. I mean, fucking, what have I done? You know.
Who's ever beat?
Exactly. But you know, if you want to ask Trent anything here, now is the time to just drop it in the comments and, referee TJ Wylie. So how'd you come up with that name?
It was funny. TJ, it was just like, I don't know, one of my middle names is James, so I just thought it just flowed nicely. I had an aunt who was just really bitter, really just pissed off about the world sort of thing. And years before I was even in the business, there was the discussion around the table at Christmas time. Like, well, what do you want to do after college? And I said, I want to be in the wrestling business. Not in this name or not.
Really?
Really?
That was your aunt?
Yeah. Wylie was her married name.
Really?
So I decided just to be kind of a dick, and it worked. So people liked the name. And
it does flow nice though.
I just thought TJ Wylie, sure. So I just ran with it. It was
Did she even know that you used it?
No, she has no idea. She's passed since, but nope, she never had any idea. She had no clue. So
wow.
My dad kind of got a kick out of that story, but so people liked the name and promoters liked it, so they just ran with it.
Yeah, that's funny. I actually never really asked you that.
No,
for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So Kayla, before she leaves here,
sure.
She's just asking, how long have you been a wrestling fan?
It'll be 30 years pretty much now.
30 years, huh?
Yeah, so
5 years old.
89, been 30 years, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. 30 years ago it was 89, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah?
Me too. Yeah, 30, 31 years.
Like I said, WrestleMania 5 is probably my earliest memory as a wrestling fan. So, like begging my parents to go to Pugler Video.
I remember it.
The old
not either.
Yeah.
No? Wasn't it in the plaza?
Like near Pugler Arena, like right around that block.
Right. Yeah, like Donegali and 20.
It's
right there. That Point Claire.
I think, like Maywood.
Not Point Claire Plaza.
Yeah, Point Claire Plaza.
Oh, okay, yeah. The one upstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
Closed down a few years ago, actually.
Oh,
it's still like there's something there, but it's just taped off. Still, it's been like 5 years since they closed it down.
It's true. I've noticed that.
But, so I dragged my parents to that many times to get Coliseum home videos, and nothing's changed.
Coliseum home videos. I love that. That's old
network.
school, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna wrap this up. First of all, we're out of beer, so we gotta go have a celebratory beer because that's how we shoot here on Mounties Corner. Nice. But thanks for all the questions, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, so I mean, we got one more viewer right here. I mean, this is like absolute last call.
Right at the
last call with Scott Hall. I mean, hey, if you got a question for my buddy, the ref, TJ Wylie, now is the chance. All you have to do is drop it in the comments, but we're going to be wrapping up here.
Sorry.
So we got to go and we got to have another beer and we got to talk about the show because it was a good show. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
What's your next move?
Next move tonight was IWS Addicted to Chaos machine, and go to iwswrestling.com for all your indie wrestling needs. June 22nd at Club Unity in Montreal. We've got a show headlined by Sexy Eddie, the Sex Express, Triple X, Sexy Eddie against Sabu. That's going to be violent. It's going to be great.
Is that tonight?
No, that's on June 22nd.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, you said that.
Yeah. Those are the shows I got coming up, and hopefully you'll be hearing and seeing a lot more of me very soon.
How can they find you?
On Twitter at Trent James, TRENTJAYMZ MTL, and that's the main one I use for any promotions, I guess. So
go find him on Twitter.
That's my kayfabe one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So what else is your next move as far as the refereeing, everything else? What's like life? What's your next move for that? Like your career? Where do you want it to go in the next year, if you can?
If it's up to me, I've got my goals, but wait and see.
Perfect. Well, hey, man, this was a lot of fun.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot for having us.
Thank you very much.
Coming over.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, man, for sure. Absolutely. This was
Thank
great.
you very much, guys, for all the questions. It was awesome.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground here. We had a great time and everything. So, I had an awesome time interviewing my buddy. We've been trying to do this for like fucking 2 years.
MOUNTIE'S Corner. Get him up to
the place to be.
Get him up to over 1,000 at least.
It's coming, man. It's coming. I grew from like I think 700 to like 915, in the last month and a half since WrestleMania.
Nice.
Since WrestleMania, it's really blowing up now. Now we got AEW and stuff. So I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm glad we had a chance to do this, Trent. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for hopping in. I am the Mountie, and I always get my views. Ripper. You know what that means. You know where that comes from. Ripper.